Is it visible?
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you. Thank you for confirmation. In last couple of classes, we have discussed about the BDC, BAPI, all this stuff we have discussed. We understood about the BDC different methods, call transaction, session method, right? What is the BDC session method? We also discussed some important questions and answers. Okay. The difference, these all questions and answers are very important interview questions. Generally, these are asked very frequently. Okay. So you must have to remember this one. Okay. And now we will start, we will resume our session for the enhancement. We came to the topic for the enhancement over here, and we have seen that under the enhancement, the very first method earlier in very beginning, what we used to do, the direct code modification. Suppose if we have to do anything, then in that case, suppose if we have to do any enhancement, in that case, we are going to modify the code directly, which was very risky, not at all a good practice. We understood what is the problem, right? When a new version of the SAP software comes and we installed in our system, then the custom code, whatever the enhancement we have done, that gets overridden. That's the very first big problem. The second problem, there is a very much possibility that you are going to disturb the SAP standard functionality, right? Then we have seen about the user exit. So to avoid this problem, SAP came up with the solution of the user exit. Okay, they have given a separate dedicated include where the several user exits in form of subroutine they have written over there, and in that subroutine we are supposed to do the code changes. Okay, that we will I will show you one example for the user exit. Okay, here also we have some problem. It requires the access key. Okay, this user exit is only available in SD module, sales and distribution module, and because we are going to use the subroutine to modify the code, there is a risk that we can disturb the potential global variable. These are the important points which you are supposed to understand. Okay, if you are going to understand this, that means you are having the bigger good understanding. You are having the good understanding. Okay, all the user exits are here under the this benefit. If you realize over here under the benefit, what is the benefit? The very first benefit is that include is going to have the separate include where you have multiple subroutine, right? So if SAP is if SAP standard software is going to have the new version release, in that your separate include is not going to get impact at all. That is the big advantage. But there are several other disadvantages, like that it is only it again require the access key, right? You again require the access key. Then this here we have written under the uh, property. So this property can be categorized as a problem as well. Okay, here we have written. Okay, so hope you understood this theoretical part, and let's go to the system, and there we will see how we can implement a SAP user exit. Let's go to SE38 over here, and let's define one requirement first, and then we will try to implement this. Okay, so as we know that User exit is mainly uh, available in SD module. SD means sales and distribution. SD means sales and distribution. So if you talk about the sales and distribution module, you have the T code like VA01. Okay. So here you can see the sales document. Sales document sales document is under the sales and distribution module. Okay. That means sales order. So suppose if you want to create some, sales order, first we'll have to choose the order type over here. Okay. I'm going to choose some order type, maybe any other type. I'm not good in this functional part. I'm just going to choose randomly. Okay. So maybe this CR, I'm going to choose it over here. Press enter. Once we press enter, you can see that these are the different another field is coming. Sold to party, ship to party, right? These are the field is coming. Now, your customer is asking that whenever you are coming onto this screen, by default, some okay, right? Here you can see by default, some fields should be populated. For example, let us suppose we want to populate the sold to party, some field over here. For example, some value over here. We can take some value. Maybe we can take this value 30339. Okay, 30339. Here the actual sold to party is displaying, right? Actual sold to party we are having over here getting displayed. Then the ship to party. Okay, so let's have a simple example only. Say in the similar way, another value, if you want to populate, if you want to do some validation, that also you can do. Okay, if you want to do some validation, that is also possible. So what my requirement is, a very simple requirement, a very valid requirement. Okay, once you understand the simple requirement, you can do yourself based upon your requirement. You can write the complex logic, you can write very complex logic because you now know how to write the program. So let's understand the concept. Let's have a big focus on the concept. Okay, so I'm going to copy this particular shoulder to party value in a notepad. I want to get it, I want to get it display by default. Whenever we want to create any sales orders, I want to create this as a by default. Okay, what we have to do that, we'll have to first identify the program in which is responsible to run this particular transaction in backend. Okay, so that program, how to identify, either we can go to system, we can click on this status, or we can go to SE93. We can give the T code over there and click on the display button. It will give you the same program which you are able to see over here under actually this is the program name. Here you are having three program, right? So you don't have to get confused. You will have to choose the program under this DIN Pro. Okay, under this DIN Pro. SAP MB45A. The first one is the main program, right? You can copy or you can double click over here itself. You will come over here, and if you want to search your user exit, you can click on this global search button and user exit. Okay, underscore you can give and press enter. Okay, it will search globally and it will show you all the available user exit which is there. Okay, so whenever under this DIN Pro. okay, under this DIN Pro. SAP MB45A, the first one is the main program, right? You can copy or you can double click over here itself. You will come over here, and if you want to search your user exit, you can click on this global search button and user exit, okay, under score. You can give and press enter, okay. It will search globally and it will show you all the available user exit which is there, okay. So whenever we want to create, whenever we want to create a sales order, at that time I want to populate that particular field, okay. So let's go there once again to that transaction slash OVA01, and here I'm going to press enter once again, and let us see the technical field name, okay. Press F1, then click on this technical information, and the technical field name, you can see over here that this is the field name, right? This is the field name, this is the program name, right? And this is the screen number. Fine. Come over here once again, and we'll have to identify the user exit where we can write our code, okay, where we can write our code. So I'm just going to check whether this particular user exit where all this code is written, okay, user exit refresh document, you can see there are multiple subroutine here, right? User exit move field to KOMPD, all this that is there, right? So many subroutine is there, right? User exit move field to KOKMD, right? User exit move field to KOMPD, then user exit move field to, so these are the user exit. What I want actually, my requirement is to populate that particular field automatically. So just I want to see which particular structure, that field belongs to which particular structure, okay. So that field belongs to the particular structure, just give me a second. Yes, this is here, and KUAGV, right? You can see that this is KUAGV structure is there. So just I'm trying to find out if there is some place where I can write that particular value. Okay, KUAGV, KUAGV. It's not there, right? It's not there. Just a second. Once again, let me check. I'll copy in a notepad for my reference. Control V and come over here. Close now. It is not required. Okay, this is also not required now. And let's go and search over here. I'm going to search globally. Okay, KUAGV. Press enter. Let us see if we can get some valid user exit which is containing this particular structure. Okay, it's searching globally. It's searching globally. Come over here. You can see that there are so many places. Here there is one place, KUAJV, KUNNR. Someone has already written this user exit. You can see over here, right? You can see, double click over here. So actually, this is not the good way how we are doing KUAGV. This is not actually, you don't have to search for GAV, whatever the field is there. We are supposed to search with the user exit, because we know that we are going to write the code under the user exit, and you will get the limited user exit. So what I will do, that I will find out the possible user exit and I will put the breakpoint over there, and again I will try to create. Okay, so this is one user exit, it seems user exit. There are multiple user exit, but let us, just try to identify which can be for our use, because we are going to create, right? We are going to create. So generally, if you don't know what you will have to do, you'll have to Google it out to identify the user exit, or else you'll have to do the hit and trial. It's not a straightforward, okay? Because I'm having experience, I know that where to write the code. For me it's easy, right? Where that user exit is there. But if something is unknown for me also, I'll have to go to the, first I'll try to find out from the Google that for this particular requirement, while saving the sales order, which user exit is the suitable one. There maybe it is very fast that we can get, someone would have given the answer that this user exit can try. So I can get that user exit, I will put the breakpoint over there, and I will see that it is going to solve my purpose or not. If that is also not going to help me, you will have to do the hit and trial. You can see that so many perform we are having. So one user exit over here, just to showcase you. What I will do, that I will put the breakpoint over here, okay? And we will see that when we are going to create, when we are going to create that sales document, whether that is going to get trigger or not, okay? And then see, while saving, if you want to perform some validation while saving, you can use this particular user exit, okay? User exit save document, user exit save document. So you can go, and by this way you can identify. So there can be the same requirement you can means same requirement you can achieve maybe in one user exit or in another user exit, means in 2 ways or 3 ways you can achieve. So it is not like that there is only one, uh, only one dedicated user exit is there which you can use. You can use another user exit also for the same requirement if it is coming into the flow, and if you are going to get there the you are going to get there the all the required variable, okay? So just I'm searching some more user exit where I can put the breakpoint and I can check, right? So just come over here, paste down, paste down, paste down. So here you can see that here also we have multiple user exit, right? Here also it can be seen that there are multiple user exit we have, right? In SD, there are some, frequently used user exit we are having. So based upon our requirement, we are going to select the user exit. Here, this is one user exit. This is actually include. So all the include is going to take the user exit. So in SD, there are very frequently used, or include this MB45AFZA and MB45AFZZ. These are the very important user exit where most of the requirement generally we write, okay? So we can put the breakpoint here also, and we can try to check out if it's going to solve our purpose. So click over here and we can put the breakpoint over here, and we'll check that if it's going to help me or not. Just go back once again. So similarly, you'll have to put, there is no other way, there is no shortcut, okay? If you only the shortcut is Google. If you get something directly over there, it's fine. Otherwise, you will have to put the breakpoint like this, and you will have to use like this. So this is also a very frequently used include where multiple user exit is listed, okay? So you can see that there are so many user exit given by the SAP where you can write your code, okay? So user exit move field to VBAK, right? You will have to come over here and analyze the analyze the code here. User exit move field to VBAP means if you want to directly if you want to directly populate some field by default, this is for that purpose. User exit move field to, here you can see someone, or it has just given some example. Okay, VBAP this particular field, if you want to by default populate, then you can use this particular subroutine. Okay, move field to VBEP, right? So here, and similarly our structure was what? This is the KUAGV. Okay, so I will search over here, I will find somewhere, because I know that for achieving such kind of requirement, this is one of the very popular user exit. You should also remember, most of the time you are also going to use this user exit, MV45AFZZ. MV45AFZZ, remember, MV45AFZZ, very important user exit. Search it, I will get it somewhere, KUAGV, search it, and you can see that I got it over here. Okay, so I will show you now how you can write your code. So in user exit, if you want to write some code, what you will have to do, you will have to raise a request to get the access key. Okay, then once you will click on this change button, it will ask for a access key. This system is not asking because here it is not restricted, it's an open system, that's why it is not asking. But in your project, in your real-time working project, this will never be there. You must require an access key to change any standard code. Okay, so you can get the access key and then you can change, right? You can get the access key and the code will be like this. It will start looking like this, and you can you can write your code over here. So very simple code, very simple code, KUAGV So what I will do that, I just let me activate. It's already activated, no need to activate once again, but just I have clicked on this activate button, no issue. Put the breakpoint over here, right? Here we can put the breakpoint and we will see what are the variable we are able to get. Okay, just come over here, come to this credit memo request, and then click on this create button. Just go back. Okay, press F8, and here you can see that this is the VA01 transaction, right? This is the /n VA01. Once again, I'm going to this transaction VA01. Order type, I'm choosing CR. You can choose any order type, anything. Press enter, and when I press enter, you can see that here field modification is getting triggered. Field modification is getting triggered. So I want to modify some field. I want to, I want to modify some field. So here also we can write that code. It is not necessary that there only we can write, but this particular variable should be there under this scope. Press enter, and you can see this is here, right? This particular variable is here in this scope. So if you want to give directly the value over here, right? KUNNR. So here also, if you are going to write the code, I believe it should work. Okay, just write it and go into change mode. I will give some default value. So this value is the valid value. Copy here and paste it over here. So currently I'm doing in debugging, right? Press enter, and I will just press F8. Okay, I'll just press F8. I'll just press F8. So many times it's coming, right? Because it's a loop at a screen. It might be getting called under the loop at a screen. I'm just going to remove this and press F8. Okay, and you can see that here by default automatically it's coming, right? Automatically it's coming over here. So at that place you can write your code. At that place you can write your code. So 3 or 4 places I have just put it. I found that one place is, it stopped, and I just checked in debugging whether whatever I'm going to give the value over there, automatically it's populating or not, right? So here you can see that it's automatically populating. So now user or customer don't have to give every time this particular default value, because he knows that what is the default value. So like that we can give. Let's go once again, va01, press enter once again, and this time we didn't stop because I removed the breakpoint from there, right? Remove this one also. This refresh document is also not required for our purpose, correct? Come over here and create sales document. Yeah, here actually I'm trying to get it. This is also one place which I know where we can write the code, and you can see someone has already written this code, but this breakpoint is not getting triggered. Okay, user exit field modification. No, I think this was the place where it was getting, this is the place where our debugger got stopped, right? If you remember, here only with them, so it's getting triggered, right? It's getting triggered. So let me do one thing once again. Come over here, put the breakpoint once again, and then I'll come out, close this one, create sales document, just go back once again so that everything will be refreshed, and the breakpoint we have put, it will come into the picture. Press enter, it got stopped over there, right? So it is the same user exit. You can see that it's the same user exit. All right, it's the same user exit field modification, right? Observe over here. Now you might be getting confused here. uh here here the code is so big, right? The code is looking like this, right? Here code is looking like this. So here you can see that, here only we are able to see that 64 to 77, right? Here also the 64 to 77 here, but this enhancement one is not able to, we are not able to see over there, correct? So enhancement, this enhancement is known as the implicit enhancement. This enhancement is known as the implicit enhancement, or any kind of enhancement, either it's an implicit enhancement or explicit enhancement. If it is there, okay, you will be not able to see the code directly. If it's some, you know implicit enhancement or explicit enhancement is there, once you will come into this particular mode, in debugging mode, directly will not be able to see. Okay, I will show you how you will be able to see. We can see that at this point of time you can see everything is commented over here. That's why also the system is not going inside this and not showing you anything. Okay, so what we discussed, that if you want to write some code, you will have to get some access code, right, in real time. Or the other way, what you can do, that if you don't want to raise the access key, you can use one implicit enhancement option. You can create one implicit enhancement, that is also possible. So that's what someone has done. That's what someone has done. Okay, he didn't want to get the, access key. He simply used the enhancement, implicit enhancement. So how to do the implicit enhancement? So let me go to the real time scenario. So what it will be there, it will be like this only. Okay, when you click on this change button, it will ask for the access key. If you don't want to get the access key, you will click on the cancel button. Again, you will come into this display mode only, right? Here the, code is open, here the client is open. That's why we are able to modify, which is not a good practice. This is a demo system. Okay, in real time You cannot change the SAP standard code. This is the SAP standard include. You cannot change directly. You require access key. Okay. Or else we are going to use the implicit enhancement. So what you can do there also, okay, click on this enhance button. Once you click on this enhance button, this spiral button, okay, the spiral button. So you can see that wherever the this spiral button is there, that means someone has done some enhancement. Okay, so I click on that spiral button. Once again I will show you. Once again I will show you. Just go here, go to the right. It's already there. I want to go into the display mode once again. Click on this change button. Again I came, right? Click on this once again. The very first step. Remember the first step. Click on this spiral button. Okay. Once you click on this spiral button, it will come like this: form, end form, right? This is our user exit. I want to write the code now. So to write the code, what we'll have to do, we'll have to find the place where we can write the code. So what you can do that, you can go to this edit, okay, and then go to the enhancement operation, and here one option is there, show implicit enhancement options. Click on this button. Okay, click on this button, and you can see that now it is telling you this arrow is coming. This arrow is telling that you can write your code over here. You can write your code over here. Okay, you can write our code over here. So wherever double quotes, this arrow is there, this arrow is there, you can write your code. Okay, you can write your code. So I want to write my code. You can choose any one of these. Okay, put the cursor over here. Once again go to this edit, click on this enhancement operation and create implementation. You'll have to use this particular button, the first option, create implementation. Okay, I have clicked over there, and now here you are getting the multiple option: declaration, code, information, and cancel. Generally we use the code option. Click on this code option and click on this create button. Okay, write the enhancement implementation name. I'm going to start with Z. So Z MB 0 MB28 APR demo. Okay, and here the short text we can give something, demo for 28th April batch, 28th April, or something like that, something, anything we can give. Let's give some valid name over here: populate automatically ship to party. Okay, click on this OK button, and local object, and this got created, right? You can see that it got created. Click on this OK button. It is selected. Click on this OK button, and here you can write the code. Here you can write the code. You can see that here you can write the code. So you can write the code over here. This is your enhancement name, and here you can write the code. So without having the access key, also you can write the code using the implicit enhancement. In the user exit, you can write the code using the implicit enhancement. Okay, so what I did, I created the implementation for a user exit. Okay, now I just want to write this particular code. I want to get it, by default populate. So just I will copy this one, copy and paste it over here, and copy this particular code. I will put it over here. Okay, because this this global variable is accessible inside the subroutine, so I can directly write this code over here, full stop. Okay, here you can write big line of code if you want to give some, if you want to give some condition. For example, for this particular order type only, you don't want to display for some another order type. Okay, come over here and close this. Okay, this is the order type, right? Press F1 and sales document type, come over here, VBAKUART, right? So this VBAK, we need to just check over there that it's accessible or not. Okay, so VA01, we'll just check it, we'll confirm it whether we can access this VBAK variable or structure or not over here. You can see that we are able to, we are able to access it. Okay, so here here it's coming, right? G2 is coming over here. This is that's the meaning of that means the create sales order. This CR is nothing but the G2. Okay, here because here the order type is coming as the G2. So what I will do that if AUART value is G2, then it should have the default value as that particular told to party. Okay, come over here once again and we'll complete the code now. So if equals to G2, right? If this is equal to G2, full stop, and then end if. So similarly, the big requirement also you can achieve. So this is the concept, it is there. This is the concept which we have over here. Okay, now go into the change mode, display mode, click on the save button and you'll have to activate it. You can see that it is telling that inactive version, right? You'll have to click on this particular button and let us see if we can activate it from here, or else again we'll have to go into the enhancement mode and from there I'll have to activate. I think from here we will not be able to activate. Okay, no problem. Once again I will go into the, you can see that from here it's not getting activated. What actually we'll have to do, we'll have to go into the enhancement mode and now you'll have to activate it. Click on this. Here you can see that activate enhancement. Click on this activate enhancement and now you can see that it got activated, right? And now come here, you can put the breakpoint just if you want to check it how it's working, right? So I put the breakpoint over here. It's taking some time. Okay, come over here once again. I'm going to remove some extra session. So many sessions are opened. Okay, slash o va001, press enter and debugger is now opened and you can see that AUART value is coming G2, right? Press F5 and by default it's getting populated now, and then press F8. Okay, press F8. It will come because it's going to call for the different purpose. So it's getting called. I'm just going to remove this one, press F8 from. I've removed all the breakpoint and now you can see that populating over here, right? You can see that it's automatically populating over here. You can also do in the same way. If you want to by default populate some value, you can do in this way. Now, if you want to click on the save button and if you want to do some validation, this is also possible with the help of user exit. Okay, so there are many user exit. You can see that save document prepare kind of user exit was there. We can use that one, save document prepare. In another include, you will get maybe, or here also you can get, let me check, save. You can see that user exit save document. So this will get triggered when you are going to save something, right? This will get triggered. So here you can come and you can write the code if you want to perform some validation. For example, if you want to perform some validation, like if this particular field is not filled up, or suppose if this particular field is not filled up, you want to display that please fill this, you know, this is some custom kind of requirement. If you want to get some custom requirement, however already there are some mandatory field, right? If we're going to give some this material, or if you are not going to give this item or whatever, SAP would have taken care all the mandatory things. Apart from that also, if you want to do some validation, okay, that is possible. And for that, SAP has given you the place where you can write your own code. Okay, fine. So with this user exit, practical part is complete. We'll see its disadvantage, and for overcome this disadvantage, what are the approach we can follow. Okay, so it is in form of subroutine. We have seen the user exit, profit and loss, right? User exit advantage and disadvantage we have seen. In disadvantage, just we have seen that it requires the access key, otherwise, right? Otherwise, if you don't want to get the access key, right? If you don't want to get the access key, you can use the implicit enhancement option. You can use the implicit enhancement option. Okay, so this is one problem. Another, this user exit is only available in SD. This is, you will not be able to see in MM or something like other module, right? Then because we are going to use the subroutine, you can see that all the global variable we can access, right? You can see that all the global variable we can access. So once again, maybe I can show you whatever the global variable over there come, or it's already open, it seems. Okay, close this one, come over here and go here, put the breakpoint. This is the user exit save. Well, I'm looking for the modification one, where I have written the code. Modification, this one, right? I'll put the breakpoint once again over here. Remove it, and once again I will put. Okay, fine. Go to this create cells document, press enter, and this time it is getting triggered, right? You can see that, click on this global, click on this global. You can see all the global variable is accessible from here, right? All the global variable is accessible from here. Okay, see, so many global variables. If we're going to access, if we're going to disturb, if this global variable here, you can modify anything over here, right? All this global variable, which can be very useful in the further program, right? So by mistake, or if due to limited knowledge, if someone is going to modify this one, right? Because here you have the access, here you have the access, right? Here you have the power to modify. It's accessible, right? So if you are not going to use your power in the proper way, right, it can disturb the program, because all these global variables are accessible over here. That's the big problem, right? That's one of the big problem. Press F8. So hope you understood this part, and press F8 once again. Fine. So we achieved our requirement, but this is the problem. So now SAP came up with the solution for this user exit. All these three problem was covered under the customer exit. Okay. All this solution has been addressed under the customer exit. So big brother of user exit is customer exit. There are other differences. What are the differences? That we will see in detail now. Okay. Come over here, and we are going to give it customer exit, right? So what is this customer exit? So customer exit, the very first thing is, it is in form of, it is in form of it is in form of function module. It is not in form of subroutine. It is in form of function module. So what is the benefit when if it is in form of function module? The very first benefit is that the very first benefit is that the very first benefit is that you will not be able to access the global variable, right? Because the function module will be having the import parameter, export parameter, right? There is no from program you cannot pass the, you cannot if you are using some global variable in a program, from the function module you cannot access that global variable. That's the biggest advantage. This is the very first advantage. In the customer exit, in the customer exit, in the customer exit, what you will have to do, you will have to create a project. Okay. In customer exit, you will have to create the project. But before that, here in the user exit, you require an access key. Here you don't require an access key. Here you don't require an access key. Okay. Here you don't, here you neither require an access key nor implicit enhancement or something like that. Okay. Implicit enhancement, because the place where you were supposed to write the code, because the place where you are supposed to write the code will be under customer namespace. That means it is going to start with Z or Y. But in the user exit, if you would have observed, everything is going to get start with MB45 MMM. It is not starting with it is not starting. You can see that MB, this include is starting with MB. That's why we are not able to uh, change anything. So it's starting with M actually, which is not Y or Z. That's why we require either access key, or we'll have to use the implicit enhancement option, right? So because the place where you were supposed to write the code will be under customer name space. The third point is over here that you need to create a project in order to implement the customer exit. Okay. Now how to find the customer exit, right? Now how to find the customer exit, that is the question. How to find the customer exit? So to identify the customer exit, you'll have to search with the key called call customer. Okay, you'll have to in user exit. What I used to do in user exit, I was searching with the help of user exit, right? I was just searching user exit. Here what I'll have to do, I'll have to search with the help of call customer, right? I'll have to search with the help of call customer. Let's go and search. Okay, so this customer exit is available in all the module, SD, MM, PP, right? Every module. But the user exit is available only in SD module. Remember, okay? Remember, customer exit is available in all the module because you know, user exit is available in only uh, SD module. Call customer. I'm just trying to search what are the customer exit available over here, right? So I'm searching with call customer. You'll also have to search like this. You can see that these are the customer exit which is available over here, right? So call customer function, call customer function, call customer function, right? Copy this one, copy this. So how its template is, if you can observe over here, if you can observe over here how its template is, right? Control V, and so how to identify, how to search, right? How to search the customer exit. So you can simply search with call customer or call customer function, right? Call customer function. So we can search in that way, right? We can search in that way. So how to search the customer exit? To search this customer exit, we'll have to understand the architecture, means the template or format, how the SAP has called the customer exit from its main program, right? This is the main program of SAP, okay, where all the logic for creating the sales order has been written. Okay, in that main program, they are calling this particular function customer function, right? Customer function means we are the customer wants to implement some extra logic, then he can write his own logic under this customer function, right? And under this implement some extra logic, then he can write his own logic under this customer function, right? And under this customer function, only this parameter you can access. You cannot access the global variable of this main program, right? Click on this button and you can see that here the control has come, right? 930, you can see the 3-digit number is there. If you observe, after call customer function, the 3-digit number is there. This 3-digit number is going to tell you about the different customer exit. Okay, it is telling that the different number is showing that the different customer means different places. It is the all this digit, 3-digit is telling about the separate include actually. Okay, double click over here 930 or anywhere, and if you double click on this 930, double click on this 930 or the 3-digit place, double click. Okay, you can see that it is telling function module exit 930 does not exist. Do you want to create the object? SAP has given the place, but they have not create, they have not given, they have just done all the preparation, but that they have not given as of now any include where you can go and write the code. Okay, so let's leave it. we cannot do anything over here. Let's check over here if they have given. If it is there, you will go and you will be able to see some include over there, right? Double click, you can see that here it came. And under this customer function, you can see that it is the include, where you can see that it's starting with Z. It is given by SAP. It is given by SAP starting with Z. And if you go inside this, right? If you can see I'm trying to double click over here. It's telling that reserve this, include, or this. So if you get this message, you don't have to worry. Put the cursor over here once again and press enter. Okay, so first double click over here, you will get that particular message. Just a second. Just go back once again. Go back once again. It's not working now. So actually press enter. Double click over here, and I'm double clicking over here. Just see, double clicking. Okay, and this particular, you can see that this particular message is coming. Once again you press enter at this point of time. Press enter. Once you press the enter, it will ask, do you want to, it is telling this include does not exist, do you want to create the object? Yes, I want to create the object. You'll have to, because they have given simply the name starting with Z. They have simply given the name starting with Z, where you can write your code, where you can write your code. Okay, so you'll have to create the object over here. Click on this yes button, click on this local object, and here you can write your code now. Okay, and here you will be able to, here you don't require any access code. Why? Because it's starting with Z. That is, it is under the customer namespace. Just go back. I don't want to save. I don't want to save. No. Okay, what value you can access? This table value only you can manipulate. You cannot do anything else. You cannot do anything else. That's how the SAP, in the smart way, in the intelligent way, they have restricted you to do any kind of manipulation. They have restricted you, right? They have restricted you. You cannot change anything. You cannot change anything. Okay, just go back once again. Similarly, if you want to see another customer exit, okay, so 911 we have seen 930 till now. Just they have given the slot, but they have not defined. Okay, 930, 910. You can see this 910. The first one which we have seen was 911, 910. This is the different one. Let us see if it is there or not. Double click over here, and you can see it's not there. There is no meaning to go inside. Okay, just to go back and come over here. So similarly you can identify, so it is able to we are able to see over here that what are the customer exit. 910 once again, 910, 910, call customer function 002. Double click over here, and again I will double click on this 002. Okay, and JXBV, this is the include. Double click over here, and already someone has created this include. That's why when I double clicked over there, it is coming over here, right? It's coming over here. Now let's do one thing. We'll define one requirement and then we'll try to implement this. So how to identify, you have just seen. How to identify, you have just seen. So because the customer exit will be there in this format of the customer exit will be there in this. All right, it will be there in this call customer function, and 3-digit number, 3-digit number, where XXX is 3-digit number which is representing the unique customer exit, representing the unique customer exit, right? Okay, so this is one point. Another point, if you can see that when I double click over here, how the function module is coming, exit SAP MB45A underscore 002, right? So let's observe this. Control V, right? And just go back once again, and we will double click on another, customer exit. Okay, double click on some another customer exit. This is the 002, this is the 003. So 003, double click once again over here, and here you can see that also the exit SAP MB45A underscore 003, right? So what is the 003? This is the name of the customer exit, right? This, that 3-digit number. Okay, and this is again the 3-digit number. So the function module name will be starting, the function module name will be starting. How it will be starting? It will be having the exit, then underscore, then the name of the include in which this function module is there, right? And then that 3-digit number. Okay, so what I mean to say that if you see this particular function module where it is written, you can come over here and the program name, LXV, all these things, double click over here, and no, it's not here. I'm actually trying to show this value is coming from which particular place. Okay, SAP MB45A. That's what I'm trying to show you. Just go back, and here 003, just go back once again. Yes, and here you can see that this particular 002, right, MB45AF0A, correct? The 003 MB45AF00B. So what I did, double click over here and double click over here, and this particular value, once again, go to the attribute, go to the main program, and go to this place. Okay, includes. Here you have the different includes, right? You have the different includes. You'll have to go to this UAXX. You will be able to see then, which function module is there, right? So which function module? 002, you can see that all this this 002 is there, correct? So this is under this include, right? This is under this include, all this exit, all this function module is there in the dedicated include. All this function module is there in the dedicated include, but the main one, SAP MB45A, right? SAP, all this here, they have categorized with this SAP MB45A, SAP MB45A, SAP MB45A. This is the unique name which is representing a set of particular, a set of particular customer exit. Okay, so this is how the naming convention, this is how we are having the naming convention. Exit, then the name of the, you know a unique name which is going to separate that particular function module for that particular customer exit, and then the 3-digit number. Okay, then that 3-digit number. So SAP MB45A, if you want to see over here, SAP MB45A, or maybe you will be able to see this one under the main program where it is called. Okay, Just go back once again. Yeah, let me search once again with the call customer. Just a second, I came out. Okay, that transaction was VA01, right? We can go to slash and VA01, and here we can give that order type. Press enter. Okay, we can go to that status, right? We can go to that status. Just a second. Go to system, go to status, go to this program, and you search with the call customer. Call customer. Okay, so here you can see that this MB45A330 is the name of this program. Okay, or include where this code is written. Okay, where this code is written. If you double click once again over here, double click, it is not there, no problem, but 001 and some another place we are having. Just go back once again, and let's have the valid one. 911 it was having, right? 911. It is under the enhancement. I'm not looking for this. Let's click on this 004. Okay, under this include you can see MB45A A00F, right? MB45A00F. So that name it will take, right? No, it's not that name. It's a unique name. It's taking, right? SAP MB45A. So it will be starting with exit, then some unique name decided by the SAP, and then the number, this number 004, right? Go back. So how you can search? You'll have to search with call customer. Okay, call customer function. So with the naming convention, the first way, the first way, search, first identify the program, right? Identify the program and search globally with call customer. Okay, you will be able to see. Another way, there is a transaction called AceMod. The second way, we can use the T code smod to search the user exit. Okay, sorry, customer exit. Customer exit. So how you can search? Go to smod /n smod. S means search, mode means modification, modification means enhancement. Okay, you can come over here and you can click on this F4 button, and here we have to give the package name. Okay, so for VA01 I want to search. So how to identify the package name? We can go to again this transaction, right? VA01, go to that status, go to this status, and we'll go to the program, right? Go to this program. Once you go to the program, double click, go to and attributes, and here you will get the package name. VA is the package name. This is one way. Directly what you can do, you can go to SE93, SE93, and you can give the transaction code over here. So what is the transaction code? VA01. Click on this display button. From here also you can get the program information, the package information. So any one of the approach you can follow. Come over here, and now press F4, give this package name over here, turn. Okay, and you can see that lot many customer exit has come. So many customer exit has come. Okay, select any one of this. Okay, so these are the customer exit which we are able to see. Okay, click on this display button. Okay, click on this component. Under this enhancement, what are the exit names are there, it will be listed over here. Okay, if some screen exit will be there, you will be see over here. We'll see about what is the screen exit. Okay, but first we'll understand in detail about the customer exit. So whatever under the function exit, the function module name is there, that is your customer exit. This, you double click over here, it will take you to the code where it is. Here you can see this include. I have just double clicked over there. If you double click once again, it's not defined, means it's not created. No one has created this one till now in this system. Okay, just go back. Similarly, if you want to choose the another customer exit, right, again you can go over here and give this VA, click on this OK button, and the first, now the second time, you can see the predefined show to party, right? The same requirement we can achieve, whatever we have done, whatever we have achieved in the user exit, in the same requirement you can achieve with the help of customer exit as well, using this customer exit. Double click over here and go to this display, click on this component, and here you can see that this is the function module where you can write the code. Double click and double click over here, and you can write the code over here. Go into change mode and you can write the code over here, right? You can write the code. So which value you can change? E underscore Kunnar value only you can change, right? So here let us see what we can do over here. Go to this VA01, Class VA01, and press enter. So here you can see the show to party. I think the ship to party we can do from there. Show to party is not possible, right? Ship to party is possible. Kunnar value is there, right? KUNNR. This value we can change. This value we can change. Okay. So in debugging you can check it whether it is possible or not. Let's give some sold to party valid value, and that will pass from the debugging. That will pass from the debugging, right? Press enter and copy this, and I will pass it from the debugging. Okay, I'll pass it from the debugging, right? Come over here, go to this, create sales document, function builder. Here I'll put the breakpoint, but it is not necessary that your breakpoint will stop over here. For this to stop over here, this function module should be there in the project, and that project should be active. Okay, that project should be active. Then only it will stop over here, otherwise it will not stop. That part we will see how to create a project, how we can activate the project, and we will check. And there is also a workaround. Without creating the project also. Just if you want to stop it over here, how we can stop, means how we can, because suppose if you have 10 customer exit and you don't know which is the perfect customer exit, and you want to stop it over there, your particular, this breakpoint, just for some reason. Okay, it is not possible to create the project for each customer exit every time, right? It is not possible. So for that purpose we have some technique. The technique I will discuss tomorrow. Okay, with this let's stop our session over here. If you have any question, please feel free to ask, or else I'll go to the assignment section. Any question if you have, please feel free to ask. Any question? No question. Fine. Let's go to the assignment quickly. Where is the assignment? Yes. So here what actually you'll have to do that let's do one thing. We'll create another Excel, okay, for the enhancement separately. So what we'll have to do that with the help of user exit, try to populate or do one thing. Go to VA01. Okay. When I create the sales order, try to give some material from here. Okay. Try to give some material from here, from the drop down. Give some material, and this requirement segment, whatever. I don't know all these things. Generally, we take help of the functional. Okay. And whatever some extra validation, suppose they want to put some extra validation which is not provided already by the SAP. Okay, here you can see there is no value, no problem. Press enter. Let me see. You can see no customer master record is for show to party, right? This value is not the correct one, right? This value is not the default value which we are populating, that is not the correct value. So the default value while choosing we'll have to be careful. We'll have to get it from the correct table. Okay, let me see if it is working or not. No customer master record exists for that, so configuration is not maintained for this. It is telling that there is a sold to party, it is there, but there is no customer, there is no customer uh, present. So if there is no customer present, how we can create a sales order? So the configuration is missing. I think it's not possible here, but what you can do, let's have a simple requirement. By default, if you want to populate the ship to party with the help of user exit itself, try to do so. Okay, try to do so. What you will have to do, the same place where I have written the code today, you will have to go there and you will have to just simply populate this particular value. Okay, so try to identify that particular place, that particular user exit. Okay, user modification, something like that, it is there, and in that you will have to write the code. Okay, so in your system you will just check that if you are able to directly modify or not. Generally you will not be able to directly modify without access key, right? So what you can do, that you can use the implicit enhancement as we have done today, and you can write your code over there. Okay, so here the user exit assignment, user exit. So under the activity, under the activity 1, identify all the user exits for T code. Any SD T code you can take, VA11 also you can take, VA01 also you can take. Okay, and there you can go and identify all the user exits for T code. So how to identify, you search the user exit. Okay, user exits, you will have to search with the user exit. You will be able to see there, search with. Okay, search for user exit. You will be able to see all the possible user exit. Okay, this is the first activity. Then the activity 2, what you'll have to do, that by default populate the ship to party. Which one? The first one I have done already, right? The second one, try to do ship to party. Show to party I'm populating by default, right? Though this is not the valid one, still just for your understanding, right? The concept we are doing. So by default populate the ship to party, correct? Show to party or ship to party. It was ship to party. Show to party we have done, ship to party. Populate the ship to party, take some fixed value, or maybe I have already taken this one, this value, but in my system this is the value. In your system, take as per your system some valid value and populate ship to party valid value. Okay, this is the two assignment. And in the customer exit, under this activity 1, okay, what you will have to do, that this customer exit is available in all the modules. You can go into any module and try searching. Okay, you can go to even SD module itself, VA11, and check for the available customer exit. Okay, check for the available customer. How to check? We have just seen how to check, right? Search with call customer. That's it. This much only you have to. This is the one way. Another way how you can do, using the ACE mode transaction. How to check? This is the first way. There are several ways. SE84 also you can get it, right? SE84. Tomorrow we'll see this one. How to check from the SE84. Same thing we'll get from the different places. SE85 also, from there we can get it. Okay, so these are the two popular, one is with the help of call customer and another is S mod. Okay, using, and you can also Google it out to learn more, using the T code is moved. Fine, good. Okay. With this, let's stop our session over here. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye bye. Have a nice day.